Hi there, I am Elizabeth Tolan at Mrs. Wyoming 2019, and today we are interviewing contestants who are going to be vying for the title in 2020. That's going to be July 11th in downtown Denver. So, without further ado, please go ahead and tell me your name and your title.
Hi, I am Michelle White, and I am Mrs. Arapahoe County.
Awesome. All right, Michelle, you've got about 45 seconds to go ahead and tell us all about you.
Right. Um, I am the proud mother of three children. Max, who is 19, and he's a music major at Colorado Christian University, and has, by the way, has what he calls drummer's syndrome. So he drums on everything and drives everyone crazy doing it. And I have my son Devin, who is 16 and will be a senior this next year, and he eats, breathes, sleeps football, loves anything football. And my daughter Misha, who's 14 and will be a freshman in high school, she aspires to be an esthetician and create her own skincare line. I'm also the proud wife of over 21 years to my wonderful husband, Ryan. And I love my family and community. Those are two of the most important things to me.
Awesome. Well, I keep myself on mute because we also have a house full of children and a husband and a dog who's over here snoring and dreaming.
Yes.
So, all right. So, thank you for telling us a little bit about you. Something we'd like to know is what motivated you to participate in a pageant?
Well, a couple of years ago, I participated for the first time. And before that, I had lost 50 pounds. And I wanted to make sure. I had tried so many other times to lose the weight, and this time, I'd done it, but it would come back on. So I really wanted to keep it off this time, and I wanted to find something that would motivate me to keep that off. And of course, my daughter has done pageants, and so I thought to myself, I've never done one before, and I'd like to step outside my comfort zone and try something new. And so I did, and I came back for more. I love it.
That's awesome. All right. So, if you could give anyone a life lesson, what is a life lesson that you would want folks to take away from you?
So there's this quote from Audrey Hepburn that says, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." I learned this through my weight loss journey of feeling just hopeless and like it was never going to come off. But through perseverance and persistence, I made that happen. So I know that I'm possible.
That's awesome. I hadn't heard that quote before, but I really like it. All right. So 2020 has been a roller coaster so far, right? And it's only April. So knowing how crazy things have been, if you were crowned in July, what would your reign, what would your year look like?
Well, because of everything that has happened this year and the significance of things that are happening this year, I think it is such a wonderful opportunity for Mrs. Colorado to get out there into the community and help those that are in need. Um, Food banks, and even I work in the world of finance, so I believe that helping people, guide people. Although I'm not a financial advisor, I still work in the world of finance and seen it and have helped with it, just guidance with their finances and how, what direction to go in. I believe that there's just so many opportunities for Mrs. Colorado this year.
Yeah, definitely. There are always lots of opportunities to get involved. All right. So who do you admire and why?
My mother and father are who I aspire to be. They are wonderful people. They're kind. They just help those around them, but they never give up. My dad, who they're both in their 80s, and my dad has a little job. He refuses to sit down and give up. He just wants to be doing something. And my mother too, she always stays busy. And my mom is, she's just so adorable too. She One day I went over her house and she was like, "Michelle, I got the cutest shoes and she shows me these shoes, and they're 6-inch platform heels that my mother is practicing. She says, I'm practicing. I haven't had shoes like this in a while, and I'm practicing, and I'm walking around with them on in the house. And I was thinking, oh my dear Lauren, but I want to be like that when I'm in my 80s, just aspiring to just keep going.
I love it. I mean, I have a hard time in those shoes now. So,
I know, me too.
wow. Well, kudos to her. That's so cool. Um, so, in preparation for the pageant, what do you think you've learned about yourself this year?
I am brave. It takes a lot of courage for us to get up there in heels and bathing suits and feel confident. And I just feel much braver than I ever thought I was, and more courageous than I ever thought I was.
Yeah, it's definitely, you think you're pretty confident in day-to-day life until you're standing on stage in heels with a bathing suit, and then your heart's trying to beat itself out of your chest. It's it's definitely a learned thing. All right. So remind me, you said you've participated in Mrs. Colorado before?
Yes, once before.
All right. So what brings you back? What's important to you about continuing to participate?
I loved the sisterhood, that the bonds that you build with the other contestants. Everyone is so wonderful. And it just, it helps build you just help each other build confidence and support each other. And I have lifelong friends that I met then, and I just can't wait to find more, just build more relationships.
Absolutely. I think that's been my favorite part of the whole thing. So, all right. Here's a question for you that is not pageant related. So, what was your favorite toy growing up?
I loved my Barbies. I had a Wonder Woman Barbie. I love Wonder Woman, and I had a Wonder Woman Barbie, and so she was my absolute favorite. So I would sit there and, of course, my underoos, Wonder Woman underoos, and play with my Wonder Woman Barbie, and turn in circles and pretend I was changing into Wonder Woman. So she was my favorite.
That's very cool. So, obviously, besides the crown, what are you hoping to gain from this year's pageant from participating?
Like I said, I love the sisterhood that was built, and the community, and I just want some more of that same sisterhood and community and new friendships, uh, is what I'm hoping.
Being so new to the pageant world, so like me, had not competed in Mrs. Wyoming before the year that I competed and won. I had done back when I was like 14. I had done Mrs. Teen Wyoming USA, and that was before YouTube and coaching, and like had no idea what I was doing then. And I often say that I had no idea what I was doing this time. What is something that when you first started participating and competing and prepping that just kind of blew your mind about pageantry?
Oh wow, there is a lot. You learn a lot. That there's a certain way to walk. There's a certain, yeah. I mean, there's so many different things that you learn, even backstage. The way you wear your hair, your makeup, that duct tape is involved, in all of that. So I think that probably was the one thing that blew my mind the most was the duct tape. So
I'm right there with you. And you want to do what with that? And
yeah, I know.
and the glue that goes
Yeah.
in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly the duct tape. Yeah, the duct tape is number one on the list.
I like it. I like it. That's good stuff. All right. So this final question is really completely up to you, freestyle. So what's one last thing that you'd want to share with me and to anyone who is watching this video today?
I would say that if I were sharing this with someone, I would want them to know that pageantry is more than just beauty, that it's about a lot of other things, the sisterhood, the community, building self-confidence, and it's just a wonderful thing that if you want to do something to step outside your comfort zone and try, I would encourage them to do.
That's great. All right. So I lied. This is the final question. Do you have, are you doing a Facebook page or an Instagram or anything to kind of follow your journey that others could come and follow along with you?
I have a Facebook page that I do right now, and anytime that I have any updates about what I'm doing with the pageant, I post it on there. And my favorite thing to post on there, though, is very encouraging quotes and thoughts to just help each other out, especially
Great.
during this time.
And if they were to look that up, what would it be listed under?
Michelle White.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. I wish you the best of luck in the pageant, and hopefully we'll see you here in just a couple of weeks.
All right. Thank you.